Gold Invest. Explore opportunity.
Welcome to the latest Gold Invest CEO interview. We're once again talking to Deepak Varshney, CEO of Formation Metals, that's ticker FOMO, FOMO on the CSE, to get an update for this upcoming gold explorer in the Canadian province of Québec. Formation is working on the Unzen Gold project, where historical drilling by Agnico Eagle, among others, showed close to 900,000 ounces of gold already. Formation not only wants to confirm that, but has much bigger plans. Welcome, Deepak.
Thanks for having me.
Deepak, we just talked a couple of weeks ago, but that was just when you had received your drill permits for N2.
Yeah.
And I think just a day later or 2 days later, you already started the drills turning. So please tell our audience where you are drilling, with what go, and of course, how are things going?
Yeah, I mean, look, so things cannot be better. We just closed almost on $9 million. So I think the value proposition has never been better, right? How many companies with a $30 million market cap, but almost half that in cash, right? Our cash balance, so by the time these warrants are done, will be 15 million. So things are going great, right? We just started drilling and things are going well in the field, right? We're producing meters. The targets are exactly what we're hoping to be. Look, this deposit, as always said, the idea was to go after the bulk tonnage target, right? The high grade zone is obviously very sizzly and sexy, but to me, the boring, predictable, shallow, A zone is really where we're going to get this thing going to 3+ million ounces. And that's been our focus, and that will be our focus, right? So the nice thing is with the closing of this financing, we're going to have over 20,000 meters fully funded right through the end of 2026. So I think from investments perspective, you're looking at a company now that can actually deliver on a very large program on a very advanced project at a very attractive valuation. And so that's where we are. I think we'll have assays coming out in December. That's kind of our goal, but things are good. What can I say? We raise money, we're drilling. Like, what else do we need to be doing right now? Right?
Yeah, but that's certainly true. And as you said, you're drilling, you're getting the samples to the lab and then hope for a not too long turnaround. I mean, what with the high gold prices, everybody and their mother is drilling, of course, because you want to be able to profit from that now. And you certainly seem to be able to do that, or will be able to do that, hopefully. End of December, you said, or in December?
Look, so I think obviously we would want assays to come out as quickly as possible. But I think the mistake a lot of companies make is they don't provide the proper context to the shareholders and the investment market abroad for what you're trying to accomplish, right? So for us, success here looks like us delivering 10, 20, 30 meter intercepts of mineable material, right? This is an advanced deposit. It's already got 900,000 ounces. We're not here. Look, if I hit a 100-gram meter hole, that's amazing. Obviously, we're excited. But what I'm excited about is this is a project we believe will become a mine. We firmly believe that this has the potential to become a mine. And mines are built off of long, continuous strikes with thick intervals of gold. That's what we've seen historically here. That's what we're hoping to deliver, because that's how we're going to grow this deposit to 3 to 5 million ounce, target, right? And at $4,200 gold, look, the historical resource is done at a 0.5 gram cutoff and a 2.5 meter mining width. In this market, a lot of people are doing 1/4 gram cutoffs, right? So our goal ultimately in 2026 is to deliver an updated resource that's bigger than the historical resource, that includes our own drilling. And, let's aim for 1.5 million ounces at the start, right? I mean, that's kind of really the goal here. We see the potential 3 million ounces. We have 20,000 meters funded, and we see a step-by-step program for us to get to that goal. And that's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
It'll be good.
And I guess you also put a few holes in the what you always call the sexy RJ.
Yeah, we did. We did drill the RJ zone. Look, the RJ zone is awesome, right? Like 16 grams over 3.5 meters, 48 grams over a meter. Like that high grade zone, obviously very attractive, especially from a mining perspective, a long-term perspective. And we're focusing on both, right? The A zone, the RJ zone. Really, we want to have the sexy and the boring sexy. So, I mean, it'll be good. It'll be fun. Like, I think our goal is to deliver assays in December. But, here's the thing. Now with 20,000 meters funded, we've got one rig going. We're never going to stop, right? We can't stop. We're fully funded through the end of next year. We're going to go to 2 rigs in 2026. So we'll have a very steady stream of assays coming for the next 15 months.
And that's important. That's what we want to hear as investors, which disclosure here we are too. Looking forward to seeing the results. You alluded to the financing you just did. I think it was originally meant to be 6 million, and then you got enough interest to bump it up to 8.6, and you're just in and the
Well, it
person
was
was
wonderful.
closing it.
We actually, believe it or not, had demand in terms of like orders that were submitted for over 12. So it was very well received. There was a lot of excitement. Some of the meetings we've had over the last couple of weeks have been phenomenal. Some really, wonderful new shareholders, and this really puts us in a position to keep drilling and not have to worry about raising more capital, but also B, as the big kid on the block in the neighborhood, start acquiring nearby projects. Right. We're in a very fortunate position to have a strong, healthy treasury. Right. We just have over $13 million working capital right now. And really a lot of our neighbors in the area have great projects, but it's hard to go as a standalone company. So what we're aiming to do here is with the right price. Because you remember, we acquired N2, $50,000 and 1 million shares up front. Right. The total price is under $1 an ounce across the options. So we want to be very strategic. We want to acquire quality projects in the area, build a bigger district here at the right price. But I mean, again, like we can do that being the big kid on the block. So.
Okay, that sounds great. We talked about the gold price being above 4,000, 4,200, somewhere around there. It's getting a bit of pressure today, but FOMO is holding up well, as far as I can see. But, well, you're not a producer, so the price of gold is, okay, you can use that to get a better valuation internally on your project.
Exactly.
So it's more like a sentiment kind of thing.
Well, I think so, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
where do you think it's going? Short-term setbacks notwithstanding.
With gold.
Yeah.
Look, I think profit taking is healthy, right? I think here's the thing. Like I'm an investor too, and when I sell stock, it's so I can go redeploy it somewhere else, right? Whether it's, you might have your own personal purchases, but often it's because I'm looking for other undervalued opportunities, right? So when I see somebody selling stock, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think a lot of people view the dip in gold here, oh, it's scary, but here's the thing. It's had a phenomenal run. Pullbacks are healthy because now you can look at people who have liquidity to redeploy and look for other attractive opportunities. And that I think really for us, this pullback is great because formation is one of those opportunities, right? It's like, as I said at the start of this, it's rare to find a junior trading around a 30 million market cap. I think today our market cap is 28 million. Depends on the day you look at the share price. And we're almost half cash, right? And just from a cash basis, we're almost 20 cents a share cash, which is phenomenal, right? That means our historic resource, right? If we were to bring that current, would be valued at around $10 an ounce, which is very cheap, right? I mean, to find a quality project in the heart of Quebec next to a former producing mine, as recently as 5 years ago, those are incredibly valuable ounces. And so for us, you know what? I'm happy with the pullback. It means that people are taking liquidity, which means they can redeploy. I hope it goes down. I hope it stays above 4,000. There's a nice number with the 4, right?
Yeah.
But long term, I think what we see with, bigger macro picture here is that I think gold's going to continue to perform, right? I think, you have a president right now in the United States who is actively trying to devalue their dollar and cut interest rates. And those are two very big catalysts for gold.
That's
true. And that's across the board too, right? I mean, globally, you see the same issues with debt. And I think gold is a great safe haven for everyone to fly to. And we're seeing that. And that's why gold has to tear. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm of the same opinion too. We might see some heightened volatility at these high prices anyways with gold and silver. But as you said, if some people take some cash, they can deploy it elsewhere. And also, I think, well, it's been a phenomenal run, so it's only to be expected. Okay.
100%.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the update, Deepak, and we're certainly looking forward to getting the first results in. And if there's some new developments on the M&A front, then perhaps we'll talk again. But I think that's more like a longer-term game, right?
I think so, but you never know, right? So, well, I hope we're chatting soon. It means good things are happening.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Take care.